Let's get copper online. That's what the original plan was. So for that, we're gonna need more inserters. Fortunately, we made a lot of circuits, so we can make a lot of inserters pretty quickly here. Right. Let that go, and then let's see what else do we need. We should make some fast inserters. Fast inserters will allow us to not have this be backed up the way it is. So, yeah. But it definitely needs some help, so I will make some fast inserters after we're done with this setup. We also need to make some belts. We really need to automate all this stuff, make it so I don't have to manually do any of this. But that will come after we set up all this other stuff. Once we have this iron and copper set up, then we can make the things that we need. Because right now the main focus, or my main goal right now, is going to get a circuit making production area set up. Circuits are the things that we're going to be using all of this stuff for, and circuits are needed in a lot of the upcoming things that we need to make. So we need a good stock of it. Progress. We actually made almost 3 stacks of inserters. So I'm just going to make 1 stack of fast inserters. Fast inserters are much faster than these guys, so you will see in just a second. That will make this less saturated. Bam. Alright. Hopefully now that means that this won't be backed up and we'll be able to see the belt. No, I didn't not want to do that. I do like inserters, or fast inserters, but right now I need to use regular ones because the rest are too expensive for me right now. Because we have a lot to set up. As we need to do this copper setup, we're going to need to do a circuit setup, like I was talking about. We should probably also do a stone setup. Get that done early so we never have to worry about that. Stone is one of those things that you can pretty much set it and forget it for the majority of the game. And I would like to keep it like that. Got that. So our coal is here. We're gonna need some undergrounds. Let's make those. So now this is all prepped and ready to go for any copper that I bring down here. Just need to add our power and this middle line here. Fortunately, we kind of just gave up all of our belts to make these undergrounds. These are quite expensive, but they're also invaluable. That way I can do things like this where they cross. But luckily, you can see here, we have a nice stock going. So now we're back on track with our belts. So playing this achievement is quite different than what I normally do. I mean, a lot of these things that I've been trying to make here, I almost never make in this fashion because normally you can just make it in your inventory, no big deal. Just wait for it or just do that while you're doing something else, and everything's hunky dory. But because there's so many little things that we need to automate to make sure that we have it when we need it, rather than having to put down an assembly machine and make it, we're going to need to be a little bit more organized. We're going to need to pay a bit more attention to what we're doing. And then we're still probably going to miss some stuff. So work on that for sure. Putting some coal in there so I can get some more inventory space back. I'd like to pick up these guys if possible. And we're going to need a lot more miners. We're going to need to automate that if we can. Okay, I want to leave a little bit of space for our stone, which I definitely didn't think about, and I should have just made it right here. I could still make this my stone and then move these two over for copper. The reason I want to put it here is because the patch is right here. Nah, well, we'll leave it as we have it. Which is copper goes into these three, stone goes in there, and we'll have steel on the other side over here. There's so much extra work. It's not aptly named. I mean, I understand why it's named it, but at the same time, in truth, it's all a lie. Okay, so let's make those miners. We're gonna need a lot of miners. So glad that I can't accidentally click on things. Trying to make them all. I don't know how to do those things, fluffles. Public? Isn't 17 already public? Well, 17.54 is stable, right? And 17.66 or something, whatever I'm on right now, is the experimental. I think anyone playing the game would be playing on 17 though. I guess you could say standard is 16, but well, so why do you play on 16? If you, I mean, what prevents you from playing on 17? There's not like there's too many game-ending glitches, and there's always the autosaves. Okay, that's fair. Although I'd say I would play through 17 and play with the changes, because it keeps it fresh, you know? There's a lot of everything that's new is fun. And it's not too hard to relearn things, you know? As long as you're not doing a mega base, then it can't hurt. Yeah, so if it's all new to you, then might as well learn the newest thing, right? But I can understand playing on what you consider the stable patch. I mean, I would do it. I would do that. But I mean, if you're gonna spend a lot of time in the game anyways, might as well get all the different types of experiences you can get. It's not like having them change recipes or something on you is going to completely ruin everything you've ever known. You can just adapt. Change a couple things. Or, you know, you can always not move on to the next patch if you find something you dislike. Which is technically, I guess, what you're doing right now. So, fair enough. Alright, yeah. You've got a point. But, alright, so we got our copper going. We have our iron going. Like I said, I do want to get my stone going as well. That's not entirely necessary at this point. How are we doing on power? We're still halfway using the maximum. So we're good to go for a little bit. I never put all the power poles in. Go, and now that we picked up those other furnaces. I can put these down as well. Alright. So copper's here, and we're just gonna bring it down over here. Over in this direction to the west is where we're gonna put all of our production area and attempt to make them all. I actually have no idea how to put a legit mall up, so we're just gonna do kind of basically what I normally do, but slightly prettier. We've been on red signs a little too long for my liking. I would have much preferred to be on green signs by now, but you know, it's fine. We're getting our infrastructure up, and once this is up completely, you know, adding more things is not going to be too bad. Regular crafting with more ingredients. Fluffles, that sounds like it involves thinking. And we don't do that here. Thought we've established that. And we're about to make more circuits, so I'm just gonna have this going like this until it runs out. I really need a thinking emote. I need a lot of emotes. People, give me ideas for wolf-related characters and whatnot that are widely known and or Nintendo based. No, V-Star, I'm calling myself a true gamer, true pro gamer, which means that I'm so good I don't actually have to think what I need to do. It's all by instinct. Okay, so get this set up. What about egg? And 3 wolf moon? I am not sure I know what you are talking about. Big meme on Amazon. Oh, well, I guess I missed that one. Okay, I'll look it up later. Okay, so we got our copper going. I guess we're gonna pick all this stuff up, clean it up a little bit so we can figure out what we're working with. I'm gonna put all this coal down. I will keep this going at least. I just want to have this free. I will remember down the line when I'm editing this video, probably 3 months from now. Yeah, or come into the Discord and post it there. Good thinking, Fluffles. Were you guys aware that I have a Discord and you can totally join it? All you have to do is go down into the description of my channel and it's right there. Additionally, I also have a YouTube channel that you can catch all of the things that you've missed in the past. If you want to see those. What a strange Set up? What's going on? Not really sure why this is saturated, or this is backed up and this is not. I guess it must have been how this was setting up before. Alright. Well, I guess I need to culture myself. Forget what's going on with this three wolf moon stuff. Gotta be hip. In with the crowd. Okay, so we have all that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our circuits. Let me see if we have everything that we need. We probably don't. I think we need more assembly machines. What do we need for that? Well, we'll try our best. Hey, you're as old as I am. Quit that. I know I'm old. You don't need to rub it in if you're the same age as me. That just makes us both feel bad. I'm trying to think of where we want to put this. The circuit area will take up a good amount of space, probably about this much. And then from there we can make a lot of things, including green science and all the inserter belt things that we've been working on. But I'm trying to plan it so later on in the future I'll have better access to it. We have these cliffs in the way, which are pretty annoying, but there are such a thing as cliff explosives that will allow us to get rid of these cliffs, so we could get rid of that later on if we wanted to. So we could do that, or we could potentially just move this all the way over here and start here. That wouldn't be a terrible idea either, but then that would lead to a lot of dead product on the belt. That means like we'll have to wait, all the buildings over here will have to wait for the bars to go from here to all the way over there, and I don't really like that. I'd like to use it kind of right away. But at the same time, we probably should fix this up a little bit if we want to do this legit. So what I'm actually going to do right now is bring our copper up a little bit. I need to leave a little bit more space between everything. You're young at heart? So am I. I'm streaming. I'm in with the cool kids. I do those memes and other wonderful things that you guys do or something. I felt old at 18. But then you had like real life responsibilities and things and whatnot. That's no fun. Because I went to college at 16 and do all the fun things that you other people do. That was lame. That was also really fun. Alright, so this is completely not worth doing at the moment because I'm I'm using up belts and stuff for no reason. But I'm gonna do it anyways because why not? Because I had already done it by the time I was thinking about it. Anyways, what do you want to do now? We have some room here for iron if we wanted to add more lines, which we will in the future. We have another copper line, which I definitely should not have put down, but you know, it's there. Exactly. I'm very hip. I know what that Nyan cat is. That's a recent meme, right? It's all Pop-Tarty and things. That's why it's funny. I'm still trying to decide if I want to put it here or over here. Because if I put it here, I could make all of this stuff here my lab things. But then that might force me to do other things that are a little less proper. But we're gonna do it because thinking is hard, and the more I think about it, the less I do. So just get on with it. So there you go. This is our setup for our circuits. I'm gonna leave a lot of room for circuits and making more circuits in the future. This is just our preliminary setup. I'd like to add another set up here maybe, or down here, maybe to the side of it. But I just need to make sure I have some room for it. So we'll just leave it here. Bring these guys into the mix. The way that this works is circuits, they need copper cables, they need iron plates, and there's a ratio that you can follow. That's 3 of the copper cable buildings to 2 of the circuit buildings, and that's what I'm doing. And supposedly that should work out super fine as long as you have the materials. And we'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it's going to be beautiful. Hey Jedi, how's it going? So I need more belts. As you can see, we have 3. Unfortunately, I got rid of our belt making process earlier. We're just gonna set that back up again because belts are good. And I want these to be going while I'm floundering around doing other things. Alright, there we go. So belts are in the making. Science is still going, a bit slowly, but it's going. Ammo. Looking good. I haven't been paying attention, but it doesn't seem like we've been attacked again lately. That's nice. What was I waiting on? I needed... And we'll need a filter, splitter, which we have. We'll need undergrounds, which we have. We need more belts. So let's pick that up. Hey, that's entirely unfair. I'll let VStar let you know. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it's kind of weird because I know there's a lot of weird contests between different sites, all the fandom, the wiki stuff, and it's rough. I don't even know what half of the, like, whenever I go to look up a wiki, I always get like 3 different websites, but they all look basically the same. And it's just like, you guys basically copy pasted your articles from here and there. So why don't you just congregate onto one? Okay, so you can see that we're actually out of red things to research here, so we're pretty far behind on our timing here, but what can you do? Get this done. There we go. And I'm just feeding these guys directly in rather than taking it off the bus because that's how I'm going to do it for right now. There we go. That should be everything. We just need to get these guys power. All should be well. This will make it so only circuits will come out of these 2 lines. And that would totally work, and I actually programmed these things to make the thing that they should be making. So circuits are here, and it looks pretty good. Or you can have Stormlight. Stormlight's way better for energy. Because I feel like I have to make a Stormlight archive reference since I've been reading those books for a very long time. I'm almost done. Okay, so we have circuits being made now, which means that we kind of have everything that we're going to want to make for this early game, which is where we're still at. We're still in early game, even though somehow we're 3 hours into the stream. Oh boy. But now we can get started on all of our green science stuff, all of our inserters, all of our belts. Unfortunately, I'm going to cut all these trees down. These do help because they do absorb a little bit of pollution. And again, pollution is what the biters use as their instigator to come attack you. So in a way, I'm making my attacks worse or more frequent by doing this, but I'll do this for the wood so we have a good supply of this for the future, and I'll do this for the space. Guys, it's a good book series. You guys should read it. Or listen to the audiobooks or something. No fun being a nerd if no one wants to talk nerd with you. Okay, so we only have one assembly machine left, which means we should make some more. Fortunately, we have everything that we want. We've come a long way from struggling to make just one of these to mass producing them, and right here. Read it to you. See, I would, but I am not capable of both reading a book and playing the game at the same time. I mean, I totally could do that, but then I'm scared of the copyright, you know? That's a thing to worry about. All right, so we got space. What do we want to do with here? We want to make our red science automated. We want to make our green science automated. So we're gonna have to do a very similar setup to this, but, you know, make it look better. Only read. I mean, I wouldn't be super opposed to it. Get my reading in. But then I have to do like voices and stuff. Who does that? I don't even read when I normally play the games. This talking is hard. I'm trying to plan out in my mind right now how I want to do this, because we've done this several different ways in the past, and none of them have been really fantastic. I have no aspirations to believe that this will be any better, but maybe I do. Maybe I'm gonna try to make this the best possible thing that you can ever do. Most efficient setup you'll ever see in your life. And it's obviously not gonna happen. No, just put that up. I'm still thinking. I don't know how I want to do this. So for red science, I think we want to start with green science, but just as a thinking exercise, we have red science and we have green science. Red science requires copper plates and it requires iron gear wheels, which means that we need an iron line to take the iron, make them into iron gear wheels, and then insert them into the science. And then we'll also need to make green science, which requires transport belts and inserters. Transport belts and inserters both need iron gear wheels and iron plates. But the inserter also additionally needs a electric circuit. So, how do we want to do this? I actually think there are. I've seen on the Twitch subreddit about people asking about that. So I feel like there are people who do that already, which is kind of interesting. Seeing like professional audiobook narrator people do their work is pretty interesting. I've seen a couple. There's a lot of good audiobooks out there that I would totally recommend. If you guys are interested in fantasy books. I'm still stalling because I don't know what I want to do here. Okay, we're gonna start with the green because we know what we need to do here. So we have circuits. That's right here. We're gonna split this off, and this is gonna be our circuit supply. I don't know if I want to do this, but we can try it. Because it's not really, it's not really great, but that's fine. Think you would fall asleep? But what if the book's super amazing? That's why I normally do something else while I listen to audiobooks. I'll either do like do some art or something, play a game that's kind of more mindless or grindy, and you know, just enjoy it that way. That way you're killing two rocks with one bird. I think that's the saying. And it's all good. Okay, so what I think I want to happen here is we have iron. We want to turn that into gear wheels. The problem with this is if I make all my gear wheels right here, like at the beginning, and then distribute it to what needs the gear wheels, the things that need the iron plates are not going to get the plates. Because all the iron will be fed into these buildings. So even if I don't need these, then I'll be wasting it there. What I could do is I could split half of it off and go from there. Or I could do one of those mall setups that I haven't really looked at. I'd have to make it up myself. Where basically people kind of just do base buildings and then they just bring in belts and whatever to put them in the right place. Alright, fine. We're just gonna do stuff so I can stop trying to pretend to think about this. So I'm gonna want my red science over here. We can do green science over here. I think in general it's usually better if you make your goods right before, like you make them specifically to your building. That's probably the most efficient way to do it, as long as it's not requiring a large investment. So these are going here. They're gonna make gear wheels. I'm gonna make some long-handed inserters. Long-handed inserters and let me reach a little bit farther and go past things that are right next to it. So I'll do that. I'm gonna take those long-handed inserters. I'll put the gear wheels onto a belt here with both the iron and the gear wheels together. And then I'll just pass that through. So in reality, I've not made up my mind at all. I'm gonna bring it down and then start here. We have a lot of space, so I think I can afford to do this. We don't need too many iron gear wheel assembly machines. So they make quite quickly. And I feel if I make too many, I'll get rid of all of my goods. So that's that. So on this belt, we should have iron, we should have the gear wheels. Let's unplug this because they're taking all my iron. I brought this down because I just wanted more space. It doesn't really do anything. I'm probably not going to put much here, but it's good to have, just in case. Then here, all I need to do is bring this down, and this will be various buildings that I need these things for. So these are going to be that. Alright. And this is generally usually enough buildings for all the science that I need. I might want to make another inserter building, but usually not necessary. Okay. Not very compact, but it'll do. It'll work. That's all I care about. Hey team, thanks for watching. If you're looking for more content, I got some playlists on your screen right now. And if you've enjoyed my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you did the YouTube thing and gave me a like, comment, or subscription. It'd really help me out a lot. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.